Hey world, welcome back to my den and welcome back to AER, Memories of Old. So the audio, meaning the actual voiceover, wasn't that good. There was a lot of blank spots, so I decided instead of scrapping it and redoing all of the puzzles, I thought I would just talk over it once more, try to make it more interesting. The video is sped up a bit, so here it is. I hope you enjoy. Last episode we found this temple, and now today we are exploring it, trying to figure out what is going on, why people are here, and there were some very interesting discoveries. Everything I say will be out of order with the video. If that annoys you, sorry in advance. So the music in this area was quite ominous and it was very distinct from all of the other music in the game that we've heard so far, from what I can recall. So I decided to keep it. So if there are any sound effects that are like out of time, that's why. Because I sped up the video without speeding up the actual audio, because it can sound weird and distorted, like if you listen to a song at like 2 times speed. Not very pleasant. So, the main puzzle for me was figuring out where to go, because everything to me looked the same. So I kept like turning about and going to the same place like 4 different times. So first we go onto this elevator, which I learned leads me to nowhere, I believe. It led me here. There was another elevator that I think led me to nowhere. But we found these scrolls. If you remember from the last episode, they focused on this king that was trying to take over the city. The people were like, no, and it didn't really end well. So a lot of like the monks and the priests and such, I believe, traveled to this place. What it is, not quite sure. I might have been like a refinery or a mine. They said they're like a large deposit of air, like AER, i.e. the name of the game. But I don't know why. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of like these blue cloud misty things. I don't know if that's the air, because they said there's large deposits of it. So they're trying to capture it. What is it used for? Is it mystical? All questions I hope to actually answer in the next episode, or in the next couple episodes. So there are these scrolls, and they're like, will these scrolls stay safe? And, well, there were some scrolls that were properly preserved, because I did find a couple that I got to read. There's also that big mural that I just passed. It was talking about the great King Karuku will rule the world and such. So that was what that mural was about. It was quite pretty. I like the art style of this game, if I haven't made that clear. It's very nice. I spent a lot of time just wandering this temple. So, like, I forgot to talk for, like, minutes on end. So it was quite boring, probably. So here I am, speaking to you once again. Let me know if you're fine with this. Because if I end up not talking enough, I might as well just redo the voiceover. So, here we are running around trying to figure out where in the world to go. I think for a period of time, I went back to the entrance without realizing it. I think that's this point. I didn't realize it. I was just all turned about. So, I was like, huh? Where'd I go? So yes, very, very high intelligence of me here. Walking around trying to figure out. So I needed to activate those 3 basically locks on that door at the bottom, so I could get through the door and see what we're gonna see. I'm very glad there's no fall damage, because I just jump over the railings half the time. There is some parkour in this episode. I like making the little chicken attack apostrophe things. Parkour. It's not that difficult. You're just jumping from like rotating gears. It's not that bad. I only fell once, which is a definite improvement, I believe. Oh, here we are. We're at that point. See all the moving gears? Yep, I must jump on those. I don't realize that until, let's see, right about now. Yep. I realized, yes, I need to jump on those. Wait, no, not yet. I thought I had to jump onto that cat thing. I don't know what that is. There we go. I caught on. Sorry, I'm like half looking. Oh, I fell. I'm half looking at the actual like video bit and half staring off into space and thinking about the interesting adventure I went through and taking you along for the ride. So here's that other little, I don't know what to It's a little station. We're gonna call them little stations. Some more parkour type stuff to jump and a jump and a hippity hop. The game paused for a moment. Yep, that happened. Don't know why I didn't cut that out. Anyway, how's your day been? How have you been? Have been having a fine, dandy summer? It'll be August when you see this. It's August right now. But if you're in school, have you started school? If you're not in school, how has your life been? Are you watching this in 2020? Ooh, here's a scroll that was properly preserved, I believe. It was talking about how the great creator, basically, I think it was about dreams and the creator, and how humans have bad dreams and those could affect and create a bad reality. So then the keeper of dreams kept them in order for humans to be able to live to their greatest good potential, kind of. Yes, I believe. Anyway, so yes, they were talking about this elevator, why it stopped working. I guess the elevators to bring the air up. The AER. I'm still trying to figure out why the air is so important. Because the islands are floating, but I don't think you need a power source for these islands to be floating. So, because that happened during the Great Divide. So there's that. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Let me know down in the comments. I fell again. Yes, I think this is just a bunch of me getting confused about where to go. Yep. Oh, we found a station. I think this is the elevator that leads to nowhere. Am I right? At some point, if you saw that little gap in the elevator, you're gonna, I think, see it when you go down. That little gap there, I kept trying to go through that gap. So I went up and down the elevator like 6 times, not 6 times, like 4 times. About trying to get through that gap. It did not work. I tried. That was about 4 times. I tried. I thought it would lead me somewhere interesting. So I just kept going up the stairs. If you listen closely, you can hear like the station thing. They have a very particular sound when you pass them. It's like it's very like mystical. Sorry, it was playing. I don't know if you can actually properly hear it, but it's a very mystically sound. I don't know how else to. It's like what else would it sound like? Not quite sure. I actually don't know what instruments they use to produce this music, if any. Well, probably. Anyway, it's interesting. But let me know, do you play instruments? Do you like music? Let me know down in the comments. It's always nice to have a little chat every once in a while. I went up here to see if I could do anything. Figured out I could not. Although I could leave the temple, which was an option, but I was not going to give up this puzzle. So I persevered. Kept going, kept chugging along. Let's see. So at this point, pretty much stuck. I went over, I think, almost not every inch, of course, but I just walked around everywhere until I came down here, was curious, did a little inspection. I'm glad I walked down here because this is where the other station was. I found that by chance and I was very lucky because now the door is able to be opened. It was red, blue, and yellow. The only thing we're missing... Wait, no. I was thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, for this bit, I slowed it down so that I'd actually be able to, like, voice over the part of the little person, of him, her, they. The keeper of dreams. So, the time has come, finally. Then this marks the time for the Keeper of Dreams to wake from this daydream and to resign. How could I protect your people from the nightmares that lurked within their dreams as you ceased to believe in me? I doubt you will be able to overcome the shadow that lurks in your world, little human. There is a shadow in every human as well. A shadow called emptiness that can't be filled with power nor possessions. Shallow minds led way for the void to come into existence, eating away everything. The Creator had to sacrifice himself to lock away the ravenous void, and the lands and skies were shattered in the great divide. Heed my word, little human. Will you be able to find the last fragment before the void does? For myself, I claim the deep sleep and leave my concerns to you. I am free. And there's the fragment. Okay, so there's one more. We found the last fragment in the last video. Oh, there he goes. There they go. It's a rock. The Keeper of Dreams. And it's not just a rock, it's the Keeper of Dreams. Anyway, so we are absorbing this fragment. We have one more to go, I believe. They said the last one. Uh-oh, here's the void. The scary triangle. It's a scary triangle. It's not even a triangle, it's two scary lines. But, you know, that ominous feeling. Yep. Very good voice. This is a very entertaining voiceover. I know it is, right? Right? Yes. And, you know, for once, I skipped past the loading screen. Wow. Brilliant editing. Yep, one bit left. I have two of the little, I don't know what they're called. It was like right, if you looked at the map, which you will see it multiple times, I believe, on the flight to the lighthouse, because I like to end it there. So then the next episode we can get straight into things anyway. So the lighthouse is southwest of our position, so I am flying southwest. It's also quite fun flying into the clouds. It's also why I didn't speed up this bit, because you can hear the whooshing of the clouds. Sorry if you can hear my phone vibrated. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we're in Leafless Grove. Do you see those? Like, there were two little shapes underneath the fragment bits. So yes, I have two of those. I'm not quite sure where those came from. I don't quite remember. If you remember, let me know down in the comments. So just heading to the lighthouse. I like the peaceful flying in this game. It's a lot of fun. Although I do crash land more times than not. I don't know how you like slow down unless you can like perfectly, you know, perfectly flap enough so you get there and then slow down. Because if you stop flapping, as I did now, you do stop moving forward. Just kind of glide. So that's definitely a goal. Figure out how I can not crash land as often. That's yes. Anyway, so we ended up right here, back at the settlement, back at the lighthouse. Almost, I was on one of the outer island bits, but I saw the smoke, so I knew exactly where to go to find Erin and her family. I think that's their names. I forgot, I think. Is it their names? They have a daughter. It's quite cute. Lots of cute butterflies. I hope you enjoyed this episode and this more unconventional way to record a voiceover. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Thank you so much for sticking around, watching this episode, and dealing with a bit of over mixed up commentary ordeals. I hope you all stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I hope to see you all around in the next one. Let me know what you thought. The last Oxenfree video will be going up. Well, it already went up by the time you're seeing this, but I guess we'll see what new series is out by the time that happens. Well,